Here is how it all starts. Not with a whisper, but with an idea. Here is how the catalysts collide. Not with a stranger, but with a strategic network, whose partnerships span across the community and location, but globe in influence. Here is how your spark ignites conversation. Not with a textbook, but with real-life collaboration. Here is how the gears continue to turn. Not from the power of one, but with the charge of many. Here is how we connect you to open doors. Not just to make it start, but to make it last. Here is how intangible inspirations find their voice, not just with words and plans, but with experts and experiments. Here, we bridge the gap between innovations and the marketplace, connecting students, faculty, and entrepreneurs to the funding, facilities, and talent that are needed to bring an idea to life. It's where your small spark begins to take shape as the sum of many parts from many people. Here is where it all comes together. Join us at the place where passion meets power.
Bring home the dough.
Buffalo Prep is opportunity for talented, underrepresented students.
It's the prospect of breaking the poverty cycle through educational access.
It's needed here in Buffalo.
There's a proven connection between a child's socioeconomic status and his or her likelihood of success in school. Once a child's performance falls behind, it is increasingly difficult to ever catch up.
Buffalo Prep is about putting an end to this.
It's important to understand that Buffalo Prep's not a school. It's an organization that's been impacting over thousands of students since 1989. One of our founders, the late Robert Wilmers, he was exposed to a similar program in New York City and brought the concept back here to Western New York. These Buffalo Prep kids are highly motivated, incredibly talented, and just the brightest stars in our community.
Buffalo Prep is middle school prep, an accelerated learning program in the summers after 5th and 6th grade and on Saturdays throughout 7th grade. Students learn ELA, math, science, and social studies, and develop skills in problem solving, writing, scientific inquiry, critical thinking, time management, and technology.
Middle school prep is so important because it falls at a critical time where students are at risk of falling behind. We provide them a safe, caring, and encouraging environment in which to learn.
Buffalo Prep is high school prep, a nationally recognized 14-month program that prepares students for high school. Students take classes for 6 weeks during the summers after 7th and 8th grade. Throughout 8th grade, students continue rigorous academic work in after-school and Saturday sessions.
Schools support our students significantly. Our students gain scholarships, and every year the cumulative total is somewhere around $500,000.
Buffalo Prep is college prep, a program that provides academic support, college advisement, and enrichment opportunities throughout high school, including tutoring, college tours, financial aid workshops, SAT prep, and mentoring.
Our kids are definitely ready for college. We put a lot of work in preparing them for this process. I mean, we have a 100% graduation rate. All 100% of our seniors have received college acceptances as well. So they're ready for the challenge at hand, and we're more than excited to see them thrive.
Buffalo Prep is Alumni Prep, a program in which we stay in close contact with our students to ensure they are thriving wherever their education has taken them. We provide career exploration, internship placement, leadership and enrichment workshops, scholarship assistance, and mentoring.
Our alumni are amazing. They have great work ethic, they have great hearts, and they're family.
I started in Buffalo Prep when I was 12 years old. Right now I am 35, Vice President at M&T Bank, and I'm living proof that this program works.
Nationally, only 16% of low-income students graduate from college. 62% of Buffalo Prep students do.
Buffalo Prep is necessary to provide opportunity to students who deserve it. It's using education to break the poverty cycle
and transform bright children into thriving adults who contribute positively to their communities.
And you can help. Donate.
Volunteer.
Get involved.
Make a difference.
Be part of the answer that Buffalo Prep is.
Craft beer.
More like draft dodge and hippie juice.
Or craft beer.
You heard that right.
This is America speaking to you, you scarf-wearing commie hippie.
I like my beer like I like my women. Mass-produced in a dusty factory. By men and female. Just like me. Dog-fearing, fish-catching, meat-eating, hat-wearing, lawn-mowing, truck-nut-having, country music-loving, news-distrusting, toilet-flushing, Tim Allen idolizing, burger-chomping, nephew-tickling, chicken-barbecuing, hose-drinking, secretly cross-dressing, NASCAR poster-collecting, flannel-touching, coupon-cutting, car-washing, hard-boiled egg-eating, Garfield comic-laughing. I forgot where I was going with all this. And this Tavor? Taver? However you say it, sounds BS-y to me, like something those beardy birds like. Get a real job, Mikey McMicrobrewer. Tavour. All those weird kinds of beers. Saison, Gozer, double dry hopped IPA. IP yellow, buddy. There's only 2 types of beer for me. Brud and light. Ordering brewskis online. What? Online? That's for ordering sweet swords. You get your beer from a gas station, or you get the heck out of my sight. This devours what's wrong with this dang country, and it gets me so flippin' mad. I just wanna,
I've had the pleasure of drinking with Lloyd, and he's taught me a lot. He's dropped some knowledge on me. Lloyd is about quality. Lloyd is about persistence. Lloyd is not about cutting corners. Lloyd's mysterious. Yeah. Lloyd's an enigma. Lloyd's a figment of our imagination.
So are you Lloyd? No, I'm not Lloyd. I'm Freddie.
Lloyd sounded better than Pete and Chris's taco wagon, so the persona of Lloyd was one that we wanted to live through vicariously. The values that Lloyd has as a brand are what at the end of the day gives a vote of yes or no. The invisible hand of Lloyd guides us in our decision making. He keeps us on course. And that serves us. Chris and I are in ways very opposite. And this yin and yang of tacos is kind of what you experience when you come in here. Our only goal in this operation is to leave people feeling better than when they first walked in the door. If we've done that, then mission accomplished.
To go by bike. That's 7 days, and that's the Empire State Ride. 540 miles, an elevation change of 10,000 feet, and 200 other riders. And the best part, it's all for a good cause.
Your whole life changes in one diagnosis. Your whole life just changes. My sister Melissa was 12, I was 14, and that's when her journey really began with the cancer in 1974.
My mother and my father had came over to the house for Sunday dinner, and that's when she had told me that she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. You're seeing people that are avid cyclists, You're seeing survivors, you're seeing first-time riders, and you're getting people that are doing it for the cause. And I get an opportunity to listen to them, listen to their story, listen to why they're doing it, what led them to do it, and who they're doing it for. To me, the Empire State Ride means hope. I started doing this ride in memory of my mother. But as I became a bigger part of this ride and working with people throughout Western New York, and being able to hear their reasons, it's important to me. That's a bigger reason of why I'm doing this now.
It's so good to see you. I'll see you on those hills.
Absolutely.
When I started the Empire State Ride, my why was I was going to fundraise for a good cause and something that supported my sister, and I was going to support that. Throughout the ride, I realized that my why was changing. My why was I was here to support people, to get the help they needed, to be the person that could go out and say to people, think about your health. It's important. Take care of yourself. I often hear from people, well, you inspire me and I hope to be you when I grow up. And I always tell them that everybody has a potential for greatness and to do something great. And whether that's a 5K or 550 miles, you have it in you. To think just me, all 5 foot tall of me, can go out and make a difference in people's lives and inspire people, it just means everything to me. I feel like it's what I was born to do. It's my passion and I believe it. And things like that matter. And didn't really know how much until the Empire State Ride and those 7 days and those 550 miles. It just made a difference in me and who I am and the people whose lives I touch.
The camaraderie, the relationships that you build, it's worth it. It's definitely the ride of a lifetime.
All right.
Hope you're ready to come in second.
We'll see. All right, well then let's get ready for the Bosch Bulldog Challenge.
All right, I'm ready.
We flipped a coin and John's gonna be going first with the corded Bulldog. John, are you ready? Set, go. Hey, he's getting to work quick.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I guess he got and put his foot on the bottom of that board, though.
Do you think you're gonna use a different technique when you approach the tiles?
As long as I get it snug up under those tiles, you know, let the tool do the work.
I think he really found his stride. All right, he's moving on, switching the bit, switching the mode. Also, there's 3 modes, rotation, hammer, and rotary hammer.
Right.
He's really got like a good power stance going on.
Yeah, he got through that pretty quick.
Swapping out the bit. Now, have you thought about what bit you're gonna start with on this?
I think I'm gonna use the one that he's using right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's probably the way to go.
All right, let's see how he does. I'm noticing the cord's getting kind of tight. Hopefully there's no problems there. There's some dust coming up, but luckily with the mobile dust extractor, it's getting all sucked up in.
Oh, man.
He just pulled the cord right out.
I'm glad I got the cordless.
Yeah, he really should have probably had that tied off before he began.
Definitely should have tied it up.
All right, but he's back to it. He's really digging in there. He's like jiggling it with his hand. I am not a scientist, but I feel like his grip strength is not enough to pull that from the concrete. If you win the drill, what do you think you're gonna do with it?
I'm gonna use it ASAP. I'll do a lot of side jobs, and I'm gonna definitely put it to use.
What about him?
I think it's just gonna sit on his desk. What are you gonna use it for? A paperweight?
Man, he is
Still
like,
going at it.
Put that back into
John.
it.
Come on, John.
You can do it. Put that back into it. Oh, there he goes. All right, man. So I noticed you swapped out some bits. Tell me a little bit about that and how it fit into your strategy.
I think it helped a little bit. You know, popping those holes down through there, a big chunk of concrete came flying out right after I did it. So
fantastic.
And it didn't really slow me down much by swapping the bits out quick and easy. We'll see
right.
how Will does, but I'm feeling all right.
All right. Well, let's go do that. Let's go see how Will does. Will's up next with the cordless Bosch Bulldog. Will, think you can take him?
I can take him.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Set, go. All right, he's in position. Now he's taking the short path.
He's taking the short. I
to
went
success.
the long. Yeah. Can't really knock him here. He's moving along. He's showing his youth, really.
He made mention of the fact that you were stepping on the teeter-totter to stabilize it. I was surprised that he didn't take advantage of that same
wisdom,
strategy.
right? A little bit of wisdom, right?
With age comes wisdom. Beauty fades, wisdom takes its place.
Takes its place.
Hey, he's going through the other side.
Yep, seems like the drill has plenty of power. That's nice.
All right, on to the final challenge.
Oh, he missed a step. See, that'll slow him down right there.
That definitely will.
He forgot to switch it to hand.
Youthful arrogance. So we spent a lot of time on this concrete block here. It's a pretty long challenge. But you'll notice the Core 18V is a super powerful battery, and you see how these little cooling fins.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to keep the battery cool. And in your line of work, you probably know the importance of that, right?
Absolutely. It allows for the best performance out of your battery, and then you can do a quick recharge without having to wait for the battery to cool.
He's got the bit a little jammed up. What do you think might have happened?
He's trying to hammer in straight in, so the bit's just burying itself in there.
Yeah, it's pretty buried.
That's stuck. He's struggling. Oh, there he goes. He got it.
Whew. How you feeling, man?
I feel all right.
Tell me a little bit about what took place.
With the tower, I blew right through that. The drill bit, blew right through that. It's just a little bit of challenge getting the anchor out of the concrete, six inches deep.
Yeah. All right, guys, I have the results, and it is close.
Okay.
Super close.
All right.
17 seconds separate the cordless from the corded versions.
Oh, wow.
But there is a winner, right? Somebody had to come out on top.
Right.
And today, wisdom and experience did prevail. So, John, congratulations. Will, that means, if you recall, there is an additional challenge for you, and because this is Buffalo, we have for you, under this mystery dish, some insanely hot chicken wings. You can, you can smell that from here.
It smells intense. It smells real intense, man.
Yeah?
I don't know. Okay.
Ready, set, go.
All right, let's see.
And for John, that means you won your very own Bosch Bulldog rotary hammer drill.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Take that, enjoy it. And Will, it was a really, really close game. Super, super close, 17 seconds. Because of that, and because we're just really nice people and we want to ease your pain, you're going to go home with your very own Bosch Bulldog as well.
That's good.
Right?
Do you need some milk or something?
That's good.
Cool that off?
I might need some milk.
Will, how you feeling, man?
It's really hot.
Yeah, John, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Awesome.
I pulled out a victory.
So guys, send us your comments. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you might do differently if you were competing in one of these.
How would you tell your life story in just 6 words?
good stuff today.
No two stories are the same. That's why we're introducing the Highmark Right Fit Guarantee. Our promise to make sure you always have the right Medicare plan for a life like yours.
Spin class is a great way to keep those drumsticks strong. Now, if he could just reach the pedals. Choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield Delaware. These blue hens are cruising at 547 miles per hour. Who says chickens can't fly? Choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield Delaware.
Hey, Helen. Oh, hi, Ellen. What's that you're smelling? Watermelon. The Tops is selling. Tops is selling watermelon. Is the deal compelling? $2.49 for every melon. $2.49 a watermelon? Please stop yelling. Your eyes are swelling. $2.49 for watermelon. Could be a misspelling. Nope, it's the best-selling watermelon. Just ask Helen. $2.49 for watermelon, Kellen.
That's right, Ellen. We excel in selling watermelon. But Helen, easy on the smelling.
But that's how you know it's not repellent.
Actually, I like to give it a thump and listen for a deep, hollow sound.
Oh, that is telling.
I'm Kip Kaminsky. I have a passion for telling the news and stories the way that they were meant to be told. Piss! Piss, piss! This morning I got in my 92 Ford Taurus. Now let's get to the skivvy. Gage, would you like to tell us a little bit more about this project? Yeah. I will see you soon, John Murphy. Okay. Hi, my name is Kip Kaminsky, and you may just recognize me from a little snippet in which I shared my outpouring love for the world's best sports organization. They've been talking about the Dallas Cowboys, but this year, it's gonna be the Buffalo Bills! Yeah! 'Cause third time's the charm, baby! Third time's the charm, baby! That's what they say! Yeah! Now, the Bills may have lost, but they are going to win big, #1 in the '93 season. Fourth time is the charm, they say. And man, I got such rave reviews about that clip. They were telling me, Kip, why don't you put down the Fleischmans and get into broadcasting? And to that I said, I can probably do both. Listen, I'm just a single dad. Well, actually, I'm not a dad at all. I'm just genuinely single and lonely. I have a passion for telling the news and stories the way that they were meant to be told, getting to the bottom of the truth while remaining at the top of my game. It's like the pizza box says, you've tried the rest, now try the best. My name is Kip Kaminsky, and this is my formal audition tape for Channel News. I will see you soon, John Murphy.
I love drinking ice-cold beers.
This is hot dirt, ain't it?
Kip Kaminsky here at Life Cycle, bringing you this week's episode of Local Winners. Now, Life Cycle is engaging in a program called One Last Ride, in which they take the elderly out for one last ride. Gage, would you like to tell us a little bit more about this project?
Yeah, we just want to give these old folks the opportunity to go on one last hard ride.
We take them off jumps, we take them through turns, we give them an egg salad lunch. We just want to make sure these old folks go out right. And we ratchet strap them right to us, just in case their arthritis acts up, and they ain't going nowhere.
Well, I think that's just great.
Wilson Farms, 'cause we got what you want, and we got it right now.
Kip Kaminsky here, live and in action at Life Cycle. I'm here with Trevor Lyle to get my one last ride and see what it's all about. Trevor, how was this experience of one last ride for you?
Well, experience has been great so far. You know, we're giving the people this time of their life, best they ever had. Yeah, you know, there's been a couple broken hips, one femur, some internal bleeding, and 2 fatalities, but the benefits far outweigh that. And we also offer the very last ride opportunity for some special folks, and we will actually tow your casket to the funeral home or burial site as opposed to the hearse. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone again for coming out and supporting the program.
Well, you know what? I'm excited to get on my one last ride, so let's just grip it and rip it. I'm here at Life Cycle, wrapping up. Today has been an eye-opening and inspiring time. I went on my one last ride with Trevor Lyle. I got to ham it up with Gage Simpson. I got to see how it all works underneath the motor. So I would like to tell you, Buffalo, if you'd like to hear and see more great journalism like this, well, I would advise you to root for me. I'm becoming the next great journalist of Buffalo with your support. Signing off, I'm Kip Kaminsky. I will see you next time.
I love drinking ice-cold beers.
I'm Kip Kaminsky, and I'm here doing a little segment I like to call Things That Are Going to Be Happening Soon. And I'm here with the physically strong Kyle Manheim. We're here to talk a little bit about...
On Sunday, October 12th, I will be fighting Bret Hart in a steel cage match. I will kill him and regain my title.
Very cool. Now I'm going for the gonzo and going to allow Kyle Manheim to put me in a choking hold. The safe word is going to be piss. Piss. Piss, piss.
And that's how you get physical with the physically strong Kyle Manheim. See you October 12th, Buffalo.
I love drinking ice-cold beers.
Some say advertising is a game for the young. It's certainly not for the faint of heart. But a few souls have done what it takes to not only survive the game of advertising, but to rise above it. We present Doug, one of the leaders of this exclusive brethren. He embodies every quality needed to be a legendary ad man. Limitlessly knowledgeable, disarmingly charming, virtually ageless. He's been blessed to withstand the physical rigors of this unyielding profession, with an uncanny ability to lift brands to glorious new heights. Eyes that can bury images no man, woman, or child should ever see. An innate knowledge that the devil's in the details. Selective hearing to navigate any disagreement with ease. And thick skin, impervious to negative feedback. At the heart of Doug's successful career is his role as the ultimate deal maker. In fact, he's made a deal with just about everyone. That's why, for his devoted followers, no one could ever replace Doug. But hey, if you want to try, just sign on the dotted line.
Welcome to Smithereens. I'm your co-host Tom Bertles.
This is Jared.
And today we're talking about meth. We're on it.
Today we're bringing back Colin and Rob to talk about the We Are On Meth viral campaign from South Dakota.
We talk about that campaign. We talk about other viral campaigns. We talk about the implications of viral campaigns.
Do's and don'ts, how brands can succeed pushing the boundaries and pushing limits. Stay tuned.
This is a very serious campaign.
Well, I think forget about, so certainly this is a serious campaign, but I think the reason we're talking about it is that it's an interesting campaign, right? It's catching like news and attention.
Yeah. So I think, so when did this come out? Like earlier?
Well, let's give the listeners a little backstory of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We are talking about the South Dakota, I guess, now it's a viral campaign of their anti-meth message.
Yeah, like a public health an awareness campaign.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen it, one of the big tag from that is meth, period. We're on it. And it shows imagery of, one of the images I'm looking at is a group of high school football players. Another one is a picture of a older farmer. So yeah, I think it's gotten a lot of attention this week, rightfully so.
Right. Yeah. It only launched it launched Monday, right? So it's been out for as of this recording for 5 days, and there's been a ton of conversation about this, and every social media channel I've seen it shared. Not only by people in our industry, but just people in general that have seen this, because obviously that's a pretty jarring tagline for anything, right?
Yeah, it's the first advertising or industry related topic that we've been reactive to, where we're like we're recording a podcast as a result of that, because there's a lot of conversation in the office that everyone was excited about, in a I don't mean that necessarily in a positive or negative way, just it stirred up some emotions.
Yeah, and this is our world.
Sure.
And we had thoughts on it, so the emergency pod light went up, and here we are.
Welcome to another episode of Smithereens. I'm your co-host, Tom Bertles.
And this is Jared.
On today's episode, we are doing Breaking Gender Rules in Design. Jared, who do we have on the podcast today?
Today we have a repeat guest. We have Chrissy Pine, partner and creative director, and also newcomer Renee Helda, our art director.
What do we talk about today?
Today, we're touching on some gender-neutral brands, what it means to be gender-neutral, and how important gender diversity is in advertising.
All right, we hope you guys enjoy the podcast.
Cheers.
I knew that today was going to be in the 70s and sunny, and I chose accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I decided we're all black today. It's smart.
You just really wanted to soak it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absorb the sun as much as I can.
Yeah. I can understand that. Yeah, I think, well, Chrissy, I feel like you always have a pop of color in there or something.
Yeah.
You've been rocking that cheetah print.
I know.
Shawl.
I think my second attempt it's a cardigan.
Cardigan. Okay.
It's a cardigan.
Not a shawl.
It's a traditional cardigan in a wild cheetah print. And I saw it and I thought, but if you pair it with something super basic,
it tones it down.
Light jeans and a white tee, that thing's gonna soar.
Well, you got that thrifted, right?
It's gonna speak
I'm always
for
more
itself.
inclined to buy something a little different than what I would actually get if it was thrifted.
So was your second attempt wearing it better than your first attempt?
I'm gonna say I felt better about it. I'm not sure how it projected, but I felt better about my presentation the second attempt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you, I guess, what's your hesitation that you think wearing that? Is it too loud of a pattern, like a print?
I think I think it was okay. So you buy an item of clothing, and you pair it with other things. Do you roll up the sleeves or don't you? Do you button it? Do you tuck it? Okay.
Okay.
So I think my second attempt, I decided to roll up the sleeves and get more like casual and comfortable with it.
Okay.
And that helped.
It felt better?
That helped. Yeah.
Felt better? Okay.
And I had it unbuttoned, so it was like casual.
Did you have it buttoned the first time?
No, I didn't. But I had my sleeves down. Wrong.
What kind of pants? The first time?
Light.
Welcome to the Smithereens Podcast. This is your co-host Jared.
And this is your co-host Tom.
And today we're talking about emerging technologies. Tom, who do we have on today?
On today's episode, we're joined once again by Colin Whitman. And for the first time ever, Devin Jeffrey, our UI UX manager, joins us to talk about Tesla's AR, VR, that weird face app that took all of our photos from Russia.
A lot of nerdy shit today, so please enjoy. Sit back, put your headphones on, and hear about technology.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Well, a good thing about that, Devin, is if you guys split, you might have enough money to finally get a Tesla, right?
Maybe. We actually saw one today. There's one parked out outside the building.
That's true. Took a good hard look inside it, and then I realized if this person is at like a restaurant nearby, I'm just peering in their car.
Yeah. You look like kind of a crazy person.
Yeah, that's why I kind of backed up, because I probably would have been the one getting arrested. But it's a sweet car.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
sick.
That cockpit is like crazy. It's like the biggest. It's like the screen is the size of my laptop.
It's bigger.
Yeah,
it's like 17 inches. Yeah. There's no buttons in the car.
You've been wanting to get a Tesla for a long time.
At all?
No.
No buttons.
Yeah, no buttons.
No.
Nothing.
It's all on that. Like the whole steering wheel, everything is just smooth. Like the sunroof, everything is all controlled.
That's insane.
On there. Yeah.
So have you ever like sat in one?
Yeah.
Okay.
In California. This was
really?
This was like a couple of years ago.
So you've seen like the screen in action?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like play around with it too much because there's a huge line of like people that just sit in it. It was in like a shopping center, but yeah, it's like bizarre when you sit in it, because usually cars, like newer ones too, just have thousands of buttons everywhere, like even on the windshield wiper thing. But yeah, this was just completely smooth and like tons of space, and it felt like a cockpit. It was weird.
So when you saw that, when you sat in one, I mean, I know the entire time that I've been here, I've known you to have like a fascination with these, maybe almost obsession with these cars.
That's
were you already working in like UI and UX when you sat in one when you did, like, to kind of actually experience it?
Yeah, I was just starting to get like pretty heavy into it, so I probably didn't appreciate like the screen portion of it.
Okay.
Like as much as I would now.
Sure.
But I appreciated it turning like what I thought a car was just upside down.
Sure.
And like it was something that it was so different from anything I've like sat in.
Right.
And like what I thought a new car should look like, and I was like, wow, this seems better. I didn't really know anything about it at the time, and that was like my first like time looking into a Tesla like that closely, and I was like, this just feels like the future.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What it should be.
Yeah,
I guess.
Right. Yeah, like the next step. Like it seems like with every year there's like new features in cars, but this seemed like the first leap. Like going from like a normal flip phone to like the iPhone.
Look, when I go to sleep, I only dream about my other dreams. Oh shit, conception. Just a metaphor to show them how I think of everything. Just a glimpse. We running in the race, I'ma take a bite. Put the pedal to the metal and I'll say goodbye. Bye, motherfucker, I'ma meet you at the finish line. Psych, I'ma black out. Yeah, it's time to give me mine. Black out, whatever, whenever we can get it. There's no hesitation on me, better tell me if you with it. All my people down with the mission, they already know the drill. One call and I'm in it, I'ma black out. Bro, I swear to God, I'm gon' black out. You ain't even gotta ask, I'ma black out. Night, night, motherfucker, I'ma black out. Black out, motherfucker, black out. Whatever, whenever we can get it. There's no hesitation on me, better tell me if you with it. All my people down with the mission, they already know the drill. One call and I'm in it, I'ma black out. Bro, I swear to God, I'm gon' black out. You ain't even gotta ask, I'ma black out. Night, night, motherfucker, I'ma black out.